Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 between these two players, F1re and MbL, Sicilians, you know, and the Franks. And this is absolutely nice to see because we have another civilization more that we're watching here. Is he going to bring something crazy? Because you don't need to make a barrack with Sicilians, Mr. Survivalist. This is something completely new.
Yeah, so you can make the donjon and that acts as your prerequisite building for the archery range and the stable. The only problem is that you have to build the donjon in feudal age, so that reduces any kind of early pressure that you can do. But as I was saying, Sicilians, their power spikes are sort of like early castle age when the farm upgrade bonus starts to pay off. So honestly, like, if you play defensively, you have a donjon to start instead of a barracks. It's not a bad play. You just know that you're not going to be able to put a lot of early aggression down. So yeah, we'll see if that's what F1re is going to go for, or if he's going to go for something else. I don't think donjon's forward is really any good, but yeah, he might go for that defensive donjon to start, just to secure some area and then play towards castle age.
And we have MbL trying to go with the trademark. Trying to go forward here. MbL Franks, F1re Sicilians, now with the goal in front. It's going to go around, okay. And, he's trying to get the Rhino. He can't, because F1re is defending there. So, what he can achieve with this scout forward that fast? Just don't let him take the ostrich, maybe?
Yeah, he can definitely do that. Franks, they have extra HP bonus in the next age as well, so you don't really want to lose a lot of scout HP as Franks, because you gain just the automatic advantage going into the feudal age. So yeah, he wants to try and take some sheep if he can, but he didn't. So looks like MbL is just going to send his scout back and scout his map, find his sheep, well, actually no, he did find everything at this point, so maybe push some deer. Probably what the plan is.
MbL map is not bad, man.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yep,
I don't know if you like it too.
Barriers, the easily TCable second gold in the back there. Stones are a little bit exposed in the middle of the map, but maybe not the biggest deal here. Yeah, MbL's map is nice. Okay. Now, F1re's on the other hand is difficult. He has forward berries, forward.
Let's be more honest. It's completely trash with all the 3 goals in front. Like, let's be honest, even 3 goals in front, berries in front. It's true that he's close to the wood line, so it's okay. The stone is at the back. He could wall till the edge of the map, the wood on the left, okay. But you need to protect that goal somehow. Otherwise,
well, you know how. He's going to use the donjon to protect the main gold here, maybe. So maybe that's the advantage of Sicilians, is that they might be able to secure maps that are unsecurable for other civs, but with Sicilians, it's no problem. So I think that's maybe his idea here.
Okay, let's see if it's gonna happen. Let's see, because he's exploring in front already, F1re, but still didn't find him. Oh, this is very unfortunate. He knows that he's there, and MbL is starting to wall the map completely.
Yeah. Well, might as well on a map like this that's super easy to wall. Just wall everything. Yep.
Yeah, he's walling, and he's going to wall everything, mister. Look at the walls. He's going to wall all the map.
Yep, and then you can't be really attacked in the early game. But the thing is that Sicilian's probably not going to go for early aggression anyways. Maybe Sicilian's going to make scouts, though, so it is good to secure the base. But I think as the Franks player, you definitely want to be putting a little bit of aggression onto the Sicilians player. So it's probably going to be... We actually might be seeing a scouts war here. So
it's possible.
For the first time today, I think it's so many scouts from both players. It just makes a whole lot of sense here. And the way that F1re is kind of making his little walls, he made a house in a way that makes it seem like he doesn't really want to secure his main gold for a little while. Maybe he'll secure it with a donjon.
Look at it.
Yeah, F1re.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, F1re's going for the second lumber camp, so he is going for that eco approach. And both players going for the eco approach.
I was going to tell you that. Look at the uptime for MbL. That I was surprised. We don't see 21 up at all anymore.
Yeah.
21 up. It's slow, actually. So What is MbL going to do? Just wall all the map and he's not going to make army? I think they're going to go for economy.
Yeah, MbL will go for barracks pretty soon, I would think. But maybe he doesn't have to. Because if he thinks that Sicilians is going to just go for defensive play, then why even make military? Just make the economy sick. Nah, but he is going to go for barracks. It's like suicide not to. Yeah.
But I'm disappointed with Fire, man. Why he's doing the barrack, man? You don't need the barrack anymore.
Yeah, true. What? He's going to make a spearman from it. Okay, so... he's not really doing anything interesting with Sicilians, and the whole point of playing Sicilians is to do something interesting, right? So, well, let's see what he does. Fire is gonna just try and get his walls, but they're late at this point.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna wall now, but he's doing double task horse collar. I think he's expecting MbL just to go defensive. MbL is going for the goal. He's gonna go archers.
Okay. I mean, that would explain the later uptime as well. So both players doing things that neither of us really expected. And yeah, just kind of weird, but not bad. Not necessarily bad.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. And it's not bad mainly for MbL. He has an archer range here. He's going to go archers, while right now Fire is not exploring anything, playing already defensive, and he's now doing the stable while his opponent is coming with archers. He's not exploring anything. And this is exactly how you don't want to be playing. You don't want to be playing blind right now, because Fire is not exploring anything. He's going to lose the spear for nothing. Just look at the spear. The lion is there, you know? And now he's going to find the archer range, and then he's doing the stable just now, which is super late. And well, I don't know.
So one thing about these fast uptimes is that it unlocks things in the feudal age. What did Fire do in feudal age? He got horse collar and he got double bit axe. So is it worth it to go up 2 villagers early for double bit axe and horse collar, and then add like 1 farm and no stable? Definitely not worth it. So Fire could have been up 2 villagers later, same time as MbL, and he could have done exactly the same thing, but had a better economy. So going up this early is kind of, I don't know, it gave him the chance to react if MbL was up really fast, but it ended up not really paying off here, and Fire's economy is suffering because of it. Now, will Fire be able to do too much with these scouts? He's forced to ungarrison here just to push the scout away, but this is 3 spearmen and 2 archers.
He need a donjon. I mean, he don't even need his own archery range. A donjon in the goal, wall with the house that is at the back of the TC till the edge of the map, and you are fully wall as well. And then you don't need the archery range, honestly. I don't know if you agree, because right now, oh my god, Fire. Oh my god, Fire. Well, he lost a scout here. The micro has to be on point. He's definitely not on point, doing all the houses. With 1 donjon in the goal, you will have a military building to make a spear and protected the goal. You will have saved all the wood for the barrack, and you'll be well defended. Well, right now, he's open and coming with army.
Yeah, I agree. Donjon just to protect the front, and then, well, I think archery range is still sometimes necessary because the Donjon can't move, so you kind of want to be able to protect the wood lines as well with army. But these scouts just, they're not really proving to do too much. MbL's walls are really strong. And, well, what can you do against 3 spears in the base with 1 skirmisher, 2 skirmishers, but no upgrades on them? So it's going to be a while until Fire actually adds upgrade, because he doesn't even have a blacksmith.
Yeah, okay, the skirmishes is still there. You have to be careful. It's still, those are 2 archers only. He's going to have another skirmish. Let's remind to the people that doing horse collar with Sicilians makes that you're going to need to remake the farms probably in Imperial, because they get huge amount of food. Mr. Survivalist, I mean, maybe I exaggerate, but you know what I mean. It's also a great economy bonus.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, you start to really feel the effects in the mid castle age, because compared to a player who did get horse collar, because, well, of course, Franks has free horse collar, Frank's farms are going to be finishing in mid castle age, whereas Sicilian farms will still be there. So while our Franks player is adding farms, the Sicilians player will be able to just continue to add TCs or add other farms or add knights, something like that. Use their resources for other things. Now the Donjon's coming up, but it's a little bit late. It's as a reaction, but not. Yeah.
I don't understand anything, Survivalist. I mean, I don't understand anything. He's doing all we're talking, but 16 minutes, you know, like super late. If you're gonna make a dungeon, why you don't make the dungeon in the start of the game exactly in that position?
Yeah.
You don't need a barrack. I insist.
I don't know.
You
I
need a
have no
barrack.
explanation.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the advantage that you got with Sicilians. This is why Sicilians, I thought it was being picked, because otherwise, why you pick this civilization?
Exactly. It's just not really that great in terms of playing on such an aggressive open map, because it's going to have a great economy, but getting to the stage where the economy is good with them is really difficult on this kind of map. So you have to be really solid with the defense, and it just wasn't quite there for Fire. Taking a look at the villager counts, well, MbL's just a little bit ahead with the 1 extra vill, so we'll see. But so many skirms have gone down for free, and these archers have really done the job.
Yeah, and MbL is just 19 seconds idle TC, but his economy is better. As you can see, 400 food, 400 gold. You have to be careful here to don't lose this army. Definitely MbL is going to be up much quicker. And now he's going to make the dungeon. Still mining gold. Where is mining gold, Blue? Because... Oh, at the right side. Okay, I didn't notice. Yeah. I was just paying all attention in the military, so he's mining gold. That's good. But now he has a dungeon in the gold that he's going to use it with the second mining camp. He sells stone for more gold, all right. But MbL is going to have a really smooth and transition to the next age. Because do you remember a single attack from Fire to MbL base? Because
well, yeah. He was playing defensively, so like he probably should have with the Sicilians. MbL's full walled, but... if Fire goes all in knights and maybe some siege forward, maybe he can make something happen here. And I think that's what he's going to need to do, because Fire did take a little bit of damage here. So he's going to need to go aggressive, otherwise the Franks player's just going to get super far ahead. Fire, of course, with no stone in the bank. Although he is mining stone, though, so that leads me to believe maybe he wants to add TCs and go for a later game. But, oh, this Palisade Gate just goes down instantly. It's not even a wall.
It's really weak. It's really weak, but still he's fine. And his economy is still solid, you know? Like, it's just gonna go away with that village. He has to be careful. You don't want to lose it. Skirmishes is there. He's gonna clean it. It's gonna clean it. The scout is bye-bye, basically. And now he can wall completely. He's mining stone. And, well, he's 2 villages ahead. So, with the dungeon, if he wall completely, Fire should have no problems at all. But need to be quicker. Not only 1 villager. To wall and make all the things. It's... yeah, I mean, he's doing the right things, but it's slow. No?
And
I don't know if you agree.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It's just, I don't know, first game of the day. It happens. But MbL coming forward with archers and scouts. And archers and scouts are so hard to deal with, because if you're a full skirmer army, the skirms are going to get cleaned up by the scouts, and then the archers are going to do the rest. And this pressure is going to be inside Fire's base. MbL is going to be up. He's going to make maybe probably Crossbowman and Bodkin, and that's going to be just so hard for Fire to deal with here. Fire is probably going to add a second stable soon and just try and get knights out, but, well, he's a minute behind to the Castle Age, so that's an entire minute that he's going to be
doing the
terrorized.
crossbow. He's even doing the crossbow upgrade already. Now he has to be careful, and this is crazy. For me, it's crazy that Fire didn't wall the map like this, you know? He could be completely fine, and now he's dead, basically.
Yeah. He probably needs to wall from the market to that top wood line just to prevent any movement in that area. He's going to go for the Donjon instead, but is it late? Donjons take a little bit longer than towers to go up, if I'm not mistaken. So this Donjon is going to be a little on the late side. So Fire's up.
Really long time. It's okay, still. He has double stable. Okay, doing the nice now. It's still the same values for both, but look at the army now for Fire. Fire should probably make a siege workshop, but if you do a siege workshop, he's gonna come here with knights too, so maybe it's better a monastery. What do you think?
It's so tricky, but yeah, I think you're right. A monastery is probably better, just because you can deal with the crossbowmen with knights, and then just monastery for the other knights. Fire's gonna need to make something happen here. Fire not having bloodlines, so that's gonna be a bit tricky, but he's gonna go for light cav. Fire light cav. I mean, he has access to gold, so I don't really understand the light cav.
Why light cav?
Yeah. I mean, and he only has 1 stable too, so...
No, he has 2 stables. He did 1 on the left, and the one from the start, he has 2 stables.
Oh, yeah, it's hiding. Yeah, there we go.
But still, what he has is 2 light caps, so 2 scouts only. I don't understand the light cap option here. Is an upgrade that is right now. He's thinking that his opponent is gonna come monks or what?
Well, he's hoping that he can gain an advantage by picking off a few monks. He's hoping that MbL goes monks and has them in the middle of the map, and then he picks them off. That is one way to gain advantages, but it really depends on MbL kind of making some mistakes with the monks, which could happen, actually. There is a monk in the middle of the map, so, I mean, Fire making a good play here. Yeah, he will. Maybe. He missed it. He missed it. Yeah, completely missed.
He didn't see it. Now he's gonna take the other. He's gonna lose that. He's gonna convert it now. He's converted now. Okay, he didn't convert it, but still didn't kill the other monk. He took the second one. The list is almost the same. The problem is that the military numbers, as you can see here, it's much better for MbL. But now Fire is trying to break the walls, and if he's breaking here and get inside with those knights with husbandry, he can do damage. Now doing the bloodlines, and at the end, look at the boom. It's a better boom for Fire. Well, a better boom. It's still more or less the same, you know?
Yeah. But Sicilians, their farms are going to start paying off pretty soon here because our Franks player is going to have to reseed his farms. Well, he's already reseeded a few of them, so he's going to be spending his wood on farms, whereas Sicilians can spend the resources on other things, maybe even a 3rd town center. But as long as Fire keeps up with the military count, he's going to be able to kill these crossbowmen at some point. And another monk goes down on the front.
Okay, let's see now. He has to be careful because he's getting ready at home. Now the light cats are going to be gone. He's going to take another monk down. He was right with the light cats, man. What the hell? Okay, take another one there. All right. And where's the 3rd TC now? 57 villages. The problem is the army numbers. He got to be careful here. He need to make another TC. He's losing another village now in front. Doing the monastery at home. He's mining a lot of stone. He's going to try to drop a castle somehow. But you need more boom. Well, it's still... He has now a good amount of knights with the same average than his opponent. Okay. So... Siege? He's doing monastery. Well, I don't know.
I think you're kind of right that Fire wants to drop a castle. What his play can be is build up knight numbers, have a bigger military advantage, and then castle drop this forward TC from MbL. Suddenly there's a castle that ranges 2 TCs, and suddenly Fire's in a good position. That could be a good play, but he needs to prioritize making more knights, and he's not doing that. So it looks like it's maybe going to be a more defensive castle from Fire here. Just he stopped knight production for quite a while there.
Well, if you do that, then you die. Because being with 2 TCs when your opponents have 3 town centers, and he's going to have a very smooth economy with Franks. As you can see, he's going to convert now. He's going to convert a knight. The donjo, put the village inside. The village inside. My goodness! You can put 10 units in the donjo and you are not using the donjo. I don't get it. It's so many things that are going wrong here from Fire. Like, you could put 10 villages on the donjo, then he's not using it. He has only 2. Now he lost the monk. And... I don't know. Let's see what he's gonna try, but this is disaster for him.
Yeah, Fire really just needed to amass more knights there, and he went for just too many villagers, and he had his stables idle there for a little while, and even just 2 production cycles of knights is disaster if he loses them, and losing the monk as well. This battle's gonna go in MbL's favor because he just has more stuff.
100%. He has a lot more army. He still have the same knights, well, even more now with Kronos as well. So he's gonna try to make a castle there because look at how he's almost with the stone already. But MbL is winning this one so convincing and like, really easily because Fire is taking some weird decisions. Yeah, GG. And the most weird decision is the civilization and then play the way he did. Right?
Yeah, exactly. We were expecting some kind of donjon opening, but that never really happened. And then he ended up making the donjon on the gold anyways, but maybe a little bit earlier would have been better. It's so hard to say, but yeah, I just don't really understand Fire's strategy in this game. And
nobody does.
MbL just being able to punish.
Nobody really does here. You have seen also the economy there, and this has been the most peaceful game for MbL in a tournament, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
it was super chill in the early game.
Super chill for him. Like, never got any aggression. He was just completely he never could attack.
Well, honestly, MbL had an insane map as well, so it's pretty hard to actually attack into that. But yeah, Fire just wasn't quite walled when he needed to, and yeah,
Fire map wasn't terrible. Survivalist. If you remember a little bit, the problem is that he started to wall when MbL was already fully wall.
Yeah, late walls and not securing the gold. And yeah, that just led to MbL being able to get a little bit more damage done. And also Fire opened with scouts, which it's just so vulnerable. If you open with scouts, you have to be walled. Otherwise, those spearmen come and ruin your day. 3 spearmen and 2 archers and a scout. You can't fight that if you open scouts. So you have to be walled. You have to delay until you can get defensive skirms out. And just, you know, playing open with scouts is just not really viable with today's openings.
Well, and now we have...
And remember, MbL wasn't even up fast either. Yeah. MbL was up late, and he was still able to do aggression.
Exactly. And MbL now has a Spanish. And Fire Byzantines, I'm going to tell you something. Sorry, but I have to say this. When you pick these civilizations, you are super confident that you are going to win, you know? So, yeah. Well, people is hype, and I know that people is hype because the snake is here. Hello, Viper. I know that you are here because I know that you are rewatching on your channel on Facebook, and you know, Snake, that we love you. You know, right? Stay tuned, and let's see if you're gonna dominate in the round of 16, Mr. Viper. Stay tuned. Now, 47 seconds. He's gonna start in a moment, you know, and let's see what is going to be, because what is going to be here?
Well, Byzantines, I'm always a fan of Byzantines.
That was a good time. I should have stayed blocked.
Now, they can sometimes struggle a little bit against knight compositions, just like because, well, they rely on cheap trash, and you can kind of exploit the pikemen just by having some kind of ranged unit. You could have scorpions, you could have skirmishers, or as Spanish, you could have conquistadors. So I kind of do like Spanish a little bit here, but Byzantines being a super defensive civ, it really just depends on how both players play. Spanish not going to be able to really do a lot of early aggression. They do have that new bonus where they get 20 gold from each upgrade that they research, so that can give them a little bit of potential for early aggression, but it's not a ton. So
Byzantines is better. Byzantines is better in everything.
Maybe.
I mean, in everything. But it's about the strat. I mean, I like a lot what happened in the previous game, because a lot is really about the strategy, you know? So, and what execute there, you know? I only think that, I don't know, that sometimes the players just don't know what to do, and they are thinking maybe too much in their opponent, and that could happen in the previous game, honestly. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you do have to know your opponent. You have to know the civs. You have to know what strategy you're going for, but you also have to know your opponent's playstyle, because
blaming the Rhino, man, to MbL, you can wake up the beast, and you don't want to do that. Survivalist, what's going on?
Yep. Well, I mean, maybe he just wants to try and throw MbL off his game here. But yeah, well, it looks like it's gonna be successful unless Fire messes up or something, but we don't expect somebody to mess up this in this tournament, so
no. He has to take it, man. And that's good, man. Byzantines, 1 Rhino more. He took 20 HP damage, and he has the Rhino already almost under the TC. Wow, that was luck, man. He went forward, and then he found the Rhino in front. And now MbL, MbL saw that it was there, so he know that he got limit. He need to find now the second Rhino. He's gonna find it, but this makes this game even more interesting. What you gonna do now with the Spanish and 1 Rhino less?
He's gonna have to go super aggressive here in the feudal age and just try and get some damage done. But the thing is that if you try and go aggressive against somebody who has 2 more boars than you, Byzantines is just going to have insane units. He's going to have skirmishers, spearmen, scouts, archers, whatever he wants. So it's hard to do damage against somebody who's lamed the Rhino, but you kind of are forced to do it. If MbL just defends, well, if Fire overcommits on military and MbL defends, then it can be okay.
Look.
Yeah.
He's lucky, man. He's lucky. He's lucky. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm fired that was there to take it. Oh my God. Seriously? Like seriously? Did you have to get your Rhino forward right away? You lamed the MbL, and you know what MbL means? MbL is his real name. That's what MbL said, but he has been lying for years, you know? MbL means Master Boar Lamer. I mean,
there you go.
He's not more than blah, 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 blah. He's not. You agree, survivalist, or not? Come on, man.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
And he's the Master Boar Lamer because he only took 10 damage on his scout. He only took one hit. So if you do it perfectly, you only have to take one hit. So it's like 10 damage gone on the scout. So now he's even, but then he's actually ahead because his scout has more HP. So now Fire's just behind because, well, having the scout HP means you can take a better fight with the scout. So, wow. So strong.
This guy, so strong and so lucky, man, also. But seriously, why you don't take that Rhino earlier? When you're fighting,
well,
just take it, man. I know that you want to take the most food possible, the survivalist, but just take it to make that your opponent is not getting it.
Yeah. He had a villager there building a house, and I think his plan was to take it after the house is complete, but he was just a little too slow. Yeah.
Okay.
Just 5 seconds too slow. And, well, we're seeing MbL walling. He's going to make a little heart with his walls, it looks like. MbL is Sansa's second job. He is an architecture, as you can see, and he's doing some nice buildings here, walling the way he needs to wall the resources. Pretty sick walls. Yep. Yeah, exactly. And second wood line coming down for MbL, so he's going to have a pretty smooth economy going into the next stage. And looking at Fire, he's still pushing the deer, trying to get as much food out of the map as possible. And what is he going to do with Byzantines? Byzantines, of course, great at defending. They can really do anything. They just have to react to what the opponent's doing. So I think Fire's going to go forward with his scout and try and get some scouting done. A little bit unfortunate with the ostrich lure here. He's sending 4 vills. I'm assuming he's going to get another lumber camp. Wait, what is Fire doing with these vills? Is he tower rushing?
He's going forward, man. He's going forward, man. Okay.
All right.
He's going forward. I like it. I mean, I like it. Byzantines. Cheaper units. Spear skirmish is super cheap. Just go forward. Try to put the pressure. Take the berries. Your towers are also with more HP. You have to do it well, of course. It's a tricky strategy also against MbL that is a very strong player defending these kind of mess games. But I like this strategy. I don't know what you think.
Well, MbL's just barely going to miss this as well. His scout was there, but now he's not going to see it. And yeah, this might surprise him, but the walls are almost up. And if he can finish these walls, then Spearman Skirmisher forward is not really that strong into walls. That's for sure. But we'll
survivalist,
see.
we have to hype this a little bit because we just reached 3,000 subscribers in the channel, you know. 3,000 subscribers. I mean, this is epic. It's incredible. Thank you so much, guys. Pretty sick. 3K subscribers, 5,000 viewers. Vamos. Let's go, King of the Desert. 20 population here for MbL. But he still doesn't see it, right? He still doesn't see it. Oh, my God.
Oh, okay. He sees it now. He just saw it with the spear. Yep. Yeah. So he knows it's coming. And, well, a tower on the berries is pretty nice. Is MbL going to go for a counter tower here? There's a few ways to approach this. He can give up the berries and just wall it, which it looks like that's his approach. He's not going to waste his tower on the berries. He's going to save his tower maybe for his gold later. But it's super easy for MbL to just wall to the TC. Just the map is laid out in a way that the Skirm Spear, they can maybe do damage to the gold, but I think MbL is probably going to get a tower there if he feels like he needs one. And then maybe counterattack with archers.
He's gonna kill the archer range. Just wall the tower, by the way. I don't know what.
Well, he can't wall the tower because there are palisade walls in the way. You can't quite wall that tower yet, but maybe once he kills the palisade. But even then, if it's up against the wall, you have to kill both palisades to wall it. It's resources that he can spend elsewhere.
Yeah, anyway, MbL is having some problems now with his macro, obviously. 14 on wood, 3 on food. He won't have food forever. He doesn't have villas now on berries. He's doing the blasphemy, but he has no economy. He has no echo right now to make villas and fletching, in my opinion. And he has 2 archers only. Obviously, if at home he's sneaking with some archers, he can do a massacre. That's for sure. Don't let him make the blast beat. Okay, he's letting him do the blast beat. And now, Fire has... Look at all the villas idle under the TC. Still taking a stone without a mining camp, so he can do another tower. I don't understand that house here. He just want to kill the archery range. Is this worthy to kill the archery range, to destroy the archery range? Sorry, it can be.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe
think so too.
Because, well, it's like if MbL can't make archers, then well, what is he gonna do? He's gonna have no army, right? And if he has to replace the archery range, well, that's 175 wood, and it takes time. So yeah, killing the range is not a bad call. Of course, the archery range is next to these skirmishers, so maybe if MbL makes archers, it doesn't really matter. And the counter tower is going to go down, so MbL's choosing to fight the tower rush here. But that tower will range 2 of the farms, so it's already going to be pretty good for Fire, because he will get this up. And what is this one archer and scout going to do?
Not too much, because he has the skirmishes. This guy is also going, but he's not going to be in time. I think he's going to lose a villager, probably. Has to be really careful there. You really have to be careful. Don't lose a villager with this army, of course. Yeah, he shouldn't.
MbL blocking or trying to wall these villagers out. And,
almost did it.
Well,
he couldn't,
yeah,
but
anyways.
he's a smart man. In these kind of battles, he's smart. And now Fire that he deleted the house is housed completely as well at home. It's still not mining gold, not mining stone, creating some chaos. Let's see what Fire can do here. This is the Arabia games that I love it, man. Use aggressive action, you know, all over the map. MbL now is just mining stone. Mining stone, full wall, almost no army, and he will try to go castle it with towers, in my opinion.
Yeah, potentially could be a good play here. And MbL did steal 2 of Fire's sheep. Like, the sheep are just kind of chilling in the top there. So that definitely hurts, losing a little bit of early food. Now, we'll see if Fire is going to get housed again because, well, he's not building a house right now. And he's going to need it. So Fire playing a little bit sloppy here. But in these crazy games, it is difficult to play. This one scout is actually being very annoying to... in Fire's base, so... Yeah,
but why he's not... Well, the multitasking is failing here by Fire. He's not doing the house. He's not garrison the village, so he will have killed that scout already. And, yeah, I mean, with this kind of strategies, the multitasking that Sebastian commented in the previous series is the crucial thing here.
Now, look in the north. We're seeing MbL with sneak archers and sneak stable. So that's gonna be pretty strong, I would think. And I mean, I said MbL's base layout was like gonna be like a heart, but actually it's looking like a crown because I don't know, he's looking like he's wanting to win this tournament and get the king of the desert, right? So this is a pretty strong play from MbL.
Very strong. He's coming with the village. He's gonna try to make the tower in front of the goal. And obviously MbL with the Spanish village, remember, they build faster. He will do the tower for sure. And at home, how much defense, how much protection he has? Nothing. Really nothing. The only good thing is that he has, 3 skirmishes actually, and with the Tone Watch, he's reading the game, and now he's there exploring this. He see the scouts, and you have to be careful. Good reaction here. He's gonna take the Villiers or not? No, because he's 2 Villiers and he's coming forward. He has the skirmishes, and now don't have a stone. Don't have a stone to do anything there. Oh my god, you have to be careful. He's going back. No army. No army. You need to have a stone at home to make towers, and now here MbL with little army is doing damage. He didn't kill a villager. Okay, good reaction. Good reaction here, and Villiers number is still both players with all these Echo KD 0-0 and Fire. Wall the tower. Wall the tower at least. Wall the tower, Fire. Wall the tower, and sometimes you don't let him. Okay, Stonewall, I like it. That's nice, but you still need to do something else. It's not an oath, Mr. Supanovic.
Well, the skirms are enough to maybe hit these vills. Not really, though. The skirms don't really do that much, and yeah, it's just really tricky because he has to focus on the aggression coming in on his own map, Fire does. So this is the best way to punish this.
Okay. He take 1 villager.
MbL playing smooth.
Well, he did one value to MbL is something, but the problem is that now who is going tower rush is MbL. Coming with the scout, coming with archers, he's usually amazing playing in these kind of games. He feels comfortable with this kind of approach for sure. But we see fire in the south, also with the skims and the spears. Action all over. This is what we want to see. Skirmish is already a little bit idle there, but the problem is scout and archers versus skirmishes. Fire got more army, but what protection had at home? He has no spears. With the skirmishes trying to kill the archers, but he's gonna take now MbL absolutely everything, I believe. Oh my god, disaster here for Fire.
Yeah. No wood line, no gold, no stone. He has some food economy, but what can he do?
Another tower here. MbL with the crazy approach is gonna try to do the job. And he needs to move all the villages, and he has now no resources at all. And all the villages down. And you can see how...
Can't even build a lumber camp. Not 90 wood in the bank.
He can.
So...
Well, survivalists, this is what we talk about the civilizations. It matters. But what matters the most is the gameplay. And the gameplay here for MbL, sick. Amazing one. Super smart.
Yeah, exactly. Well, scouts and archers is such a good composition as well. If you're going to go for the trash units, the skirmisher spear, you have to get damage done early. Otherwise, you go up against walls, they can't really do too much. And then going for this forward means that it's so hard to defend because you're making reinforcements from the enemy base, basically. So, yeah, MbL just knowing exactly how to stop this, going for his own forward later on once he knew that he was defended. And, yeah, just shows the power of that.
With much stronger army, because his skirms don't do anything. Now, you can see how Fire is doing the market, trying to relocate, but look at his echo. His economy. He still have 300 stone, so make few towers here. You know, defend your wood. Defend your wood. You have over 300 stone. Defend your wood. Do something else, or you die completely.
Well, yeah, I think Fire's plan is to try and get to Castle Age. Because he is floating resources, he's almost there, but I don't think he's quite gonna have the food to get up. He's gonna mark it up, most likely here, but is he gonna die in the meantime? It kind of feels like it. So
he's dead, man. He's dying.
Yeah,
he's dying.
Gonna make a tower.
Yeah,
two towers in the middle of the map.
But look at in front. Look at in front. Survival is in front. The 4 villages are dead now. Archers killing all the villages. Look at now. He's 3 villages behind. GG call MbL. With the total domination. Total domination. He tried a good strategy, but MbL just go forward aggressive. And in this map, this kind of map, what you have to do with Byzantines is just a couple of towers at home, and you're fine. He didn't defend anything at home, and you're dead.
Yeah. Well, it's difficult because a couple of towers, and it's like, then MbL just makes a tower not in range of your tower, and you still lose it because the towers, it's not going to cover everything though. That's the thing. So you can definitely exploit that as MbL, and you know, any time that Fire builds a defensive tower, that's one less tower on the front line, so he's not really pushing. So it's always awkward with this kind of play. This kind of play is always going to lead to awkward games, and it's just whoever can adapt better to the situation is going to come out ahead.
And you can see that we can see this perfectly fine in the statistics. They kill the same, 15-15. Economy, already 1,000, almost 1,000 more for MbL. And Villiers, 1 village more only. It only means MbL just played much better in that one and adapted much better to the situation.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like it was going to go in Fire's favor from the start with the boar lane, but then just not bringing in that other boar, just letting MbL have it. And, well, MbL was able to equalize the game there.
And now, what is going to be game number 3? What is going to be the civilization? They started already, and we're going to have MbL Gurjara's Fire Portuguese. And let's be honest, in my opinion, in the games, better civilizations, not in the first, but second, and this one, Fire with better civs.
Potentially. Gajars, of course, they do struggle a little bit against infantry, but Portuguese, they don't have squires, and their unique unit is the organ gun, which, actually, you know what? Organ guns these days should be pretty good, because they can shred through Shrivamsha shield. They're actually decent against crossbowmen these days. I mean, it's kind of like he has to get to that stage, but yeah, I think Portuguese are pretty good because the discount on archers is going to allow him to set up the early game in a way where he might have the advantage and then boom and make organs potentially. But yeah, we'll see how the map is once we get in here. As a Gajara player, well, we saw in the previous set that who played it? Was it Sebastian?
Yeah.
No, it was was it?
Classic
Okay,
Pro
yeah.
Gujaras.
Yeah, Classic Pro. Yeah. So he went for Scout opening with Gajars, and it was kind of ended up being a bit of a mistake into the Archer. So we'll kind of see what MbL wants to do here. MbL does like to wall. So if MbL gets his walls up and plays Scouts, maybe that can work. But anyways, we will see his master plan coming right in. We are in.
Game number 3, MbL as a blue. Gurjaras with berries in front, which is not what you want with Gurjaras, especially goal in front. This is not a great map now for MbL. Everything is in front except the wood. One goal behind the wood line here for Castle can be nice. The stone is also far as well. Not a great map, but if we check also the map for Fire, well, he has everything at the back. The wood, the gold, the berries. I mean, far wood lines from the town center, but far wood lines also for MbL, so I prefer MbL map. I don't know what you think, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah. 4 wood lines far is usually easier to wall, but when they're so far away, yeah, you can't really wall this map. It's gonna be about early aggression, and Scouts could actually be okay on such a open map. So, well, if MbL can somehow figure out how to wall in the berries and the gold, I think he just walls to that forward wood line and gets to the TC. He can make it work. Potentially, but it really depends on how he's gonna play. Now, is MbL going forward with his Scout right now? He looks like he's just gonna do another loop of the back of his base. We aren't seeing a lane from either player yet, but look, Fire bringing in his elephants already, so he knows he's awakened the beast and he doesn't want
but you don't bring the back elephant. You bring the forward.
True,
as well, right?
So does he see the forward one? Yeah, he does see it. So yeah, it's kind of weird.
Isn't it that is weird? I mean, this like a mini rule not written, right? Is that if you have a forward elephant, you always bring this first, and then the second one, obviously the back, because it's the one that is gonna be able to. You're gonna be exposed and in danger to be lame. Anyway, Portuguese will be better for sure. He has 3 bullets on wood. Well, obviously no Lumbercan yet because, as we know, this civilization is different. The Gurjaras, but the first 2 games, Survivalists, it feels that the MbL in really another level. Fire has to do something else to win MbL.
Yeah, I think that Fire's definitely not playing his best here. That's for sure. MbL playing very, very solid. Nice defensive play. He's super good at just getting the most out of his villagers. Just really good efficiency. Nice greedy play. Getting his eco rolling really well. And then also able to apply pressure as well. Maybe not as fast as some of the other players in terms of when the aggression comes in, but that just means his economy is better. So there are definitely different ways to play the game. And yeah, Fire, he's going to go for the berries here. As a Portuguese, of course, you really like to go for berries. You don't really like to do that mill skip with berries just because they get wood from berries. So it's just a really good play to go for that. And then he'll probably go for militia follow-up. And that could punish this forward mill from MbL. So I think that Fire, he's going to be able to make some aggression happen. But is he going to be able to execute it? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'm reading some in the chat. People is asking, what is it? Well, this is the decider of the group stage. Group stage has been round of 32. So the decider here will be qualified for round of 16. Top 16 players in the world already. And, well, it's good to remind it because not everyone has been following the channel and the tournament from the start, right? And some people usually also jump later for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't know that the tournament was happening, right? Survivalists. And remember that from Monday, tomorrow we have another 4 deciders. And from Monday till the next Sunday, we have games every day. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is round of 16. Thursday and Friday, quarterfinals. Saturday, semifinals. And Sunday, the grand final. After the series today, we have pretty much prepared already the whole skill, but we will tell you what is going to be on the next Monday. That I only can tell you that most likely is going to be 6 series 6 cities for Monday, Mr. Survivalist. 6 cities for Monday with some really big names playing already on Monday. Amazing, man.
Forward to watching the cast.
Yeah,
so...
But they are up, man.
Yeah, exactly. Both players
Let's
up,
go.
and we're seeing the barracks from Fire, so he's going to be bringing a few militia forward. MbL still pushing his... Actually, this is a second herd that he's pushing, isn't it? Or is it the first herd? No, it's got to be a second one, right? Wasn't paying enough attention. I'm not using cap trades because I needed to update it. It just wasn't working. But anyways, he is pushing some more deer in, which is going to be great for Gajars. And yeah, it's going to be a archer opening. MbL trying to get his walls to the TC, so he's going to try and wall the wood lines in. But that means that the gold and the berries is super exposed. So he's maybe going to make a tower on the gold potentially. But yeah. We'll see what damage these 3 militia can get. It looks like it might even be men-at-arms from Fire. So he'll probably upgrade these, or at least that's his plan, it looks like. Maybe he'll choose not to, but it does look like he's set up.
MbL is up, but don't have yet the resources to do anything. He's mining gold. He might do the archery range, but since he's fully walled or walling most of his resources, those men-at-arms are not going to achieve absolutely anything, if you ask me. You can see the men-at-arm upgrade, double attacks, okay. And this can be a problem here for MbL. Doesn't look like it's going to be.
Putting pressure on the mill is always good, and then following it up with the archers can do some damage. Of course, MbL isn't fully walled, and Fire knows where he's exposed as well. So the men-at-arms are going to sneak around the back, and I don't think MbL is going to be walled. Oh, never mind. He's going into the TC. Fire knows that it's open in the back. He just had his scout out there, so yeah, he is going to go back there, but a little bit of indecision. He kind of went back and forth there, wasting a little bit of time, but the archer's going to be out, and it's going to get escorted across the map with the spear in a moment here.
Okay, he has to be careful. Obviously, he's going to be careful there and not going to take any damage, or he shouldn't. Now he's trying to wall. I like what MbL is doing here. Many of the players just send 1, 2 villages, and then they start... Look, if you have to send 5, you send it, and you wall.
Yep.
You see? Full protection now, no problem. Of course, you are using more villages, so that's not good for your economy, but it isn't even worse if he's breaking in. So you send a village, you need survivalists, and this is what he did.
Yeah. And men-at-arms, they're just not good enough against the buildings. The 1 repair village is going to be more enough to keep those things out. The real danger is when these archers come forward from Fire. So I guess he's going to wait for that second archer and, well, maybe even a third archer. Looks like he's going to wait for a third archer. He's probably going to get a blacksmith with this bottom villager. Oh, no, sorry. The blacksmith's already up.
But I don't like it. Survivalist. When you are with the 3 men-at-arms, you need to send the 2 archers already and put the pressure, in my opinion, because the longer you wait, the most time you are giving also your opponent to have army, and he's gonna have. He has already 1 archer, he's doing a skirmish, he's even doing the blacksmith. You need to be quicker, because if not, you are not gonna achieve anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was already there on the berries, also with the men-at-arms. You make the life from MbL life a lot more complicated.
Yeah, the men-at-arms aren't really going to contribute too much to the fight when it's just a big archer battle. So, yeah, the longer Fire waits, the worse it gets for him in terms of his potential for doing damage. And, yeah, he's just kind of chilling, but he's going to have full walls, though. So maybe he's happy. Maybe he's happy just full walling and just trying to play solid from here. Just eco-focus. And in terms of the eco upgrades, though, both players skipped horse collar, so it's not really too different for either player, but Fire with pretty much a villager worth of idle time, so that's never good.
Yeah, and Fire lost that village, as you mentioned. He's now going back. So just look, at the end, Fire never attacked, and now who is trying to come aggressive is MbL. It's true also that Fire gonna have the army here to defend. He has a fletching already, even faster than his opponent. So let's see now Micro from MbL. He's getting the hill. He has 2 skirmishes and the archers. The 3 men-at-arms are coming. But now really nobody's gonna be in danger. Daisel really in this situation seems both are basically walled, because even if he's not fully walled, except the berries, his wood is completely safe. I don't know if he's gonna make a tower here because he has army and he's doing even a second archery range. He doesn't care if he has to make another building. He's doing. He has also good farming. He has the bonus from Gujaras. The farming is very similar to the Portuguese. So MbL is more than fine, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just the archers on that hill, and MbL getting armor on his ranged units is just going to really make sure that he wins any kind of fight. So he was feeling a bit of pressure. So instead of making a tower, which it wasn't so much pressure that he needed a tower, but it was enough pressure that he felt he needed to get the armor upgrade, which, I mean, was a good call, but Fire just not having enough here. The men-at-arms opening just meant that he spent so much resources into these men-at-arms, and they just really didn't pay for themselves. But they're still alive, so they could punch down these walls on the other side. But how is Fire going to deal with this? As long as he has no holes, maybe.
Look at MbL walls. The survival is seriously. He's doing now another walls. This is not Age of Empires. He's SimCity or other kind of wall. Is Minecraft. I mean, I don't know. It's not Age of Empires anymore. This is just, what the hell? He made one walls, now he's doing another. And then the next one is going to be in the middle of the map, taking that oasis. What the hell? Unbelievable. And now he's coming forward. MbL, he's like, I want to finish this series because I want to, I don't know. I want to eat or something. And then he's doing a tower here on top of that hill and don't want to fight against Portuguese, probably in Castle. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, Portuguese will get pretty strong in the later stages. But yeah, men-at-arms coming in, and they can really help get through these walls with the archer support in the back. But they still don't really kill the walls that fast, so it's not the biggest deal. This tower pressure, it's just pressure, really. MbL is completely fine to just chill, go up to Castle Age, you know, make enough military to defend, but I think both players will be able to make it to the Castle Age here, unless one player just completely lets the other in, which is unlikely. These skirms might run past the TC, though. Nah, are they? Those skirms gonna run past the TC. They don't care about the TC Fire with the armor, and they're gonna be so annoying for Fire to deal with.
Yeah, he's gonna take now the archers, as you can see. He has the tower too here, but he has archers. He has archers. No, 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 Fire. No, no, no. What are you doing? We're gonna lose a village. He's gonna. Oh my God. He's gonna lose probably another now. No, he didn't take it. But now the one who is gonna come with the village to take the tower is gonna be MbL. As you can see, MbL is gonna come with the village to take the tower down, and the game is gonna be bye-bye or not. He's gonna repair that tower. He's gonna go in. Oh man, MbL in this kind of game, in this kind of situation, is absolutely really strong. Now the archers again, I'm gonna lose the village. Oh, he lost a village here. Okay. MbL lost one here, but now he's gonna lose more fire. He's gonna lose more fire. This is not needed. He's gonna lose all the. What the hell? What the hell?
This was the disaster. Just MbL running in with those skirms and just Fire not expecting it and completely just threw him off his game here.
Yeah, he has 4 villains behind. Look at the army numbers now. Check his economy for both with an amazing and balanced economy. Not a lot of food, not a lot of wood, but almost 1k gold. Super balanced, right?
Well, I mean, he's going to get the market, and it's going to be balanced, that's for sure.
Well,
both players going for the market here. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, just look at this 800 gold, another 800, both doing the market forward, by the way. 61 population, 49. And I was afraid of this, but this is looking like a fast series, Mr. Survivalist. I didn't want to say
MbL
that,
just
but
playing right,
I think MbL is playing strong, and basically, this MbL is the one that can beat most of the players, except maybe the names that we all are thinking, you know? But other than that, MbL is still very dangerous against most of the players.
Yeah. So Fire's gonna try and do this knight all in. He's getting forging. He's gonna just try and make another stable here, go for a lot of aggression. He knows he's kind of behind. Yeah, the score says that he's ahead, but that doesn't... It's all scouting or whatever. And yeah, both players are gonna be up to the Castle Age here.
No, but why he's doing the scouts?
Gonna be faster.
He's doing scouts now and forging now. Stop doing feudal army, man. Your opponent is on the way to Castle Age, and now he's doing scouts. Just go up Castle Age, because this is going to be a disaster. He's going to have crossbows. He's going to have Sivanza riders or whatever he wants. Because right now, this amount of farming, okay, let's see if MbL can kill those archers. He will. But now he can kill the scouts too with those archers. He's up to
Fire
Castle
wanted
Age
to retake a little bit of map control, but he's just too far behind in military that it wasn't really a play that was going to work. And now he's going to go for, what, skirmishers? He's going to go archers, but, I mean, you're making archers when your opponent already has a bunch of archers. So it's like you're just always gonna have less. So it's gonna come down to the micro. Maybe he's gonna hit like a ballistics timing now. I don't know. Fire kind of tried to invest a bit into those scouts, and it didn't end up working for him. It looked like he was setting himself up for knights, but now he's making a third range even. So he's gonna go all in on this crossbowman play. And well, with enough crossbowmen, you can kind of make it work. But MbL's already super far ahead in the archer count.
He has a lot of farming. He has 13, 2 more in the queue. He's now in castle. Siege will show forward. Siege will show forward. Fire is gonna be in castle in a moment. He's not mining stone. Doing triple archery range. Triple archery range. He's maybe afraid of a transition from the beautiful riders, but he's gonna be now ballistic. How the hell, survival, is you gonna stop now this amount of archers with ballistic, with all the average faster when you are still in feudal age? It's almost impossible. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember that after this series, Doubt, the Lord, is gonna be playing versus Valas. So, Doubt is gonna be the next one, because how do you stop this? Armored Elephant coming, he can't even kill the buildings now.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, since Fire went for crossbowman, he's not going to be able to deal with the armored elephants super well. MbL being smart and waiting for 2. Because if you go with 1, Fire just walls behind, it's no problem. But if there's 2, those buildings are going to go down so fast. And, yeah, then the crossbowmen are going to get in. And what does Fire have in the back of his base? Nothing. Has nothing to defend in the back. So here come the 2. He's gonna probably take down the house, I would think. Maybe he goes for the range, but
he can take anything.
He can take anything. Honestly, yeah, exactly. He's
with
gonna
the
go for the
diamond,
range.
Yeah, the range. I mean, the range will go down. Look at the HP. Yeah. When both are
well,
these
are Gajaras. They're doing bonus damage, right? So
they disappear, man. They disappear.
Insane. Goodbye archery range. And
see you later.
Well,
another tower.
Yeah, but how are you gonna fight this with less army? Less army, less upgrades.
Less everything.
Yeah, less everything.
Yeah. It's GG, man. It's total and brutal domination by MbL in this one. All right. Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, Fire was trying to go for ballistics in the end here. It is a good thing to get for the comeback potential, but I mean, when you're this far behind, it's just...
you need siege, right? You need siege.
You need siege. You need some kind of splash damage. Exactly.
Yeah.
So splash damage can sometimes lead to comebacks, but GG's called.
GG 3-0, and that was a domination, a total domination by MbL in this series, Mr. Survivalist. Total domination.
Yeah. Honestly, that was pretty rough for Fire. That's for sure. So. Yeah. MbL playing well. We'll see how far he goes, right? If he's 3-0ing at this stage, then, well, he's gonna maybe have potential to take down the big boys.
Let's see, because the big boy that he's gonna face is going to be Vilese in the next round. So we're going to see now MbL interview in a moment when he's in the channel. He should be really quick, and let's see if he's gonna be there soon. And we can talk to him. I see him in the channel. I'll be right back in a moment, Survivalist. Okay, guys, here we are with MbL. MbL, congratulations, 3-0 domination, man, against Fire.
Yeah, I mean that was nice. Has been nervous for. I have been nervous for a long time now, so yeah, it feels good to just get it out of the system.
Okay. When you saw that your opponent picked Sicilians, were you expecting something more out of the box? Because it never happened.
No, I don't think Sicilian have anything out of the box. So I just think standard, they're somewhat okay Civ. I wish I was Spanish, that would be easier, but I didn't think he would even pick Sicilians in this draft. I think Fire should probably go for his strongest picks, not start on the weakest picks, because then he's fighting from behind. But yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah. When you saw that with Byzantines he came forward, I felt that you are really strong in these kind of mess games. Like, you didn't feel like a lot of pressure? I mean, how did you feel when you saw that he was coming forward with Byzantines?
Well, I only noticed when... Like, it took a while for me to realize he was forward. I was building my range, etc., walling up, and then suddenly I see range in front of my base, and I see him forward. but then I'm already walled, so it's fine. But I don't like the situation. I don't like being forwarding his Byzantine. What he wanted to do was he wanted to lock me down, right? He wanted to have units around my base, make sure I can't move out. And you saw when I sent my 3 first archers, he didn't let me kill. So I was like, okay, I can't counterattack, so my only chance is to sneak, you know? So I sent those 2 wheels out and tried to sneak some buildings on him instead.
Good old times. You were doing that back in the days quite a lot. So it was nice, the game to watch. And in this Gujarat versus Portuguese, why you decide to go forward at that point? You think, I'm going to make this mess because if he's super standard against Portuguese can be a problem?
No, I don't think it was super standard would be a problem, but I was 2 ranges and he was 1, which means if I just keep playing that game, he will be faster to me in cast stage, faster than me. And since I have more army than him, I have to utilize it. It was probably a mistake going for second range in that case, but I just had to delay him somewhat. Try to like tower the hill, was a perfect hill there, and make him respond pretty much. And yeah, and I also had full production while doing this. So after my attack was done, I had 10 archers that I could attack him with, and he had scouts and archers that he lost in the middle. So everything really went perfect for me.
Okay, and now let's talk about the round of 16 because I saw you a little bit. I saw you hype last night in the draw when we were with the. It was a fun one. Vilese in the next one. Is a good opponent for you. How do you feel against Vilese?
Well, last King of Desert or King of Desert 3, it went fine, right? But it's a long time ago. Vilese has improved a lot, but I mean, he was in the semifinals King of Desert 3, so he was pretty good back then too. I think he's a good matchup for me. I just gotta figure out a way how to play now. I've grinded for a month now, a lot. So I feel like I'm in good shape, and you probably
prepare.
Yeah, prepare. Like play pretty good. Like last set against Tato didn't go so well, but yeah, I had my reasons before the match. I spilled water on my mouse pad. No one knows that, but it was a disaster.
It's an MbL thing also. No, but MbL. I was going to tell you that the first 2 games in those series, now that you talk about that, you played definitely much worse. And then the game 3 that you won and game 4, it was, let's say, your level.
Yes, then I got my mousepad back because okay, I'm not going to make this excuse, but it sounds ridiculous.
Don't justify, just if it happens, it happens.
Of course, like Tato played amazing, he probably would have won anyway, but it weakened me that I couldn't like play as good as I wanted to because when I spilled water on my mousepad, exactly where my mouse is, I turned it like around, not like flipped it, but I turned it around, and on that side is like super smooth, and my mouse was like super sensitive, and then I turned it back after game 2, but yeah, it was.
So we're gonna have to find 2 solutions. You tell me what you prefer. We're gonna have to ask a requirement. We need 2 mousepad and 2 mouses for the next tournament, or a second camera directly to the keyboard, man, because I need to watch that, man. I need to watch that. What do you prefer, that?
I mean, it's like if you have a backup mousepad, it doesn't really help because it's somewhat getting like playing the mousepad for a week and it kind of like feels better because when you first get a mousepad, it feels like shit. It's hard to explain it, but
no,
whatever. I'm not going to talk more about mousepad. It's not a mousepad interview here.
We have time. It was 3-0 too fast, so we have time. But just remind me, when we were co-casting, I think you were telling that Lee was playing in some different keyboard and he didn't notice that he was playing
different mouse,
setup, right? But
people... I'm really bad at adapting. Super bad. I need like a week to adapt.
Yeah, well, we cannot wait a week, I mean, we cannot wait a week. Anyway, MbL, I believe you feel good, and I see that you feel, I wouldn't say confident, but secure and nice for those series. And I guess that those series against Vilese are going to be very strong. And, well...
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, going to be good series for sure. And then, well, we will talk. Depending on what happens, because then you know who can face later if the favorites are winning. So that will be another story. So if you want to say anything, Leary maybe. But Leary has to win as well. So let's see. If you want to say anything, because I was asking in the chat, a lot of people support you. So if you want to say anything to your supporters, well, be my guest.
Yeah, like, I mean, I always... I mean, I'll stream every day. I talk to my viewers every day, but to those who are cheering for me, thank you so much. And I hope to like I'm almost going full time now. I'm 50% working, and we'll cut it down little by little. And I'm gonna invest everything I can into AV. I know it's a big risk, but I want to try to compete at the top 8 again at least. So yeah, and also compete with my team AM, and hopefully do good in team game tournaments as well. So I'm all ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble. MbL, congratulations and good luck against Velese. Take care, man.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Guys, this was MbL. As you can see, he feel more secure than other times for sure.